Part 1. Your dog's wagging tail when you walk in the door? That's not love, it's relief. You've built an entire emotional universe around that moment. The homecoming, the wiggling butt, the happy whine. Every dog owner believes it means one thing. I missed you, human. You are my world. But what if I told you that in the first 10 seconds of seeing you again, your dog's brain is running a completely different calculation, one that has almost nothing to do with affection and everything to do with survival. A 2018 study from Emory University's neuroscientist Gregory Burns, the same researcher who trained dogs to hold still in MRI machines, found that the canine caudate nucleus activates most strongly not for their owner's return, but for an unexpected food reward. Let that land. So when you walk through that door, your dog's brain is asking one primary question: is this a good thing or a threat to my resources? Not, do I love this person? That's human projection. We're about to walk through the real timeline of those first 10 seconds, second by second, and by the end, you're going to see that reunion greeting very differently. You think that tail wag is happiness? In 2007, Italian researchers Giorgio Valortigara and his team at the University of Trieste discovered that tail wagging has a directional bias. Wags to the right indicate positive approach, motivation. Wags to the left indicate withdrawal and anxiety. Watch your dog carefully next time. Most homecoming wags start left, then shift right. That's not joy flooding in. That's your dog making a risk assessment in real time. Seconds 1 through 3. Recognition and resource scanning. When you first appear, your dog's olfactory system processes you before visual recognition completes. They smell where you've been, other animals, food remnants, stress hormones from your commute. A 2014 study from Dr. Alexandra Horowitz at Barnard College confirmed that dogs can detect human emotional state through scent alone, including cortisol spikes. Your dog knows your stress before you feel it. So in those first 3 seconds, your dog is asking, are you safe? And what did you bring? Here's the part no one tells you. Dogs who live in multi-dog households often show a slight hesitation in the first second of reunion. Not because they don't recognize you, because they're checking if the pack hierarchy shifted while you were gone. You left. You returned. In dog society, leaving can mean demotion. Seconds 4 through 6. Emotional contagion, not empathy. This is where most dog owners get it catastrophically wrong. Your dog isn't feeling your joy. They're matching your arousal level. Dr. Karen Westlund at the University of Gothenburg published research in 2015 showing that dogs engage in emotional contagion. They catch your emotional state like a yawn, but they don't understand why. If you come home excited, your dog becomes excited. If you come home calm, your dog is calmer. That first 10 seconds, your dog is literally being possessed by your own energy. So when your dog goes insane with joy when you return from a 3-hour errand but barely glances up when you return from a 1-minute trash run, that's not deeper love. That's the duration of your absence triggering a stronger stress response. A 2011 study by Dr. Reber at the University of Veterinary Medicine, Vienna, found that dogs' greeting intensity correlates more with the length of separation than with the identity of the person. She doesn't miss you more. She panicked longer. Let's get darker. Dogs who were rehomed multiple times, their first 3 seconds of reunion look different. Studies on shelter dog behavior from Dr. Frank McMillan at Best Friends Animal Society showed that previously rehomed dogs often display an appeasement greeting. Ears back, low tail wag, lip licking. That's not joy. That's a trauma response. Please don't abandon me again. Most owners mistake it for extra sweetness. It's not. It's anxiety. Seconds 7 through 10. Anticipation of action. By second 7, if your dog has determined you are not a threat and you have no obvious food, their brain shifts to one question: what happens next? Dr. Brian Hare's research at Duke University's Canine Cognition Center shows that dogs are uniquely tuned to human pointing and gaze direction, not because they love us, but because we are the most reliable source of access to resources in their environment. In those final seconds before the greeting peaks, your dog is literally predicting your next move. Toward the leash, toward the kitchen, toward the door to leave again. If your dog's brain is running a resource security checklist in those first 10 seconds and then layering emotional contagion agent on top of it, and then checking pack stability? Where exactly is unconditional love fitting into that sequence? Here's the most unsettling finding of all. A 2016 study from Dr. Miho Nagasawa at Azabu University identified the oxytocin gaze positive loop between dogs and humans, the same bonding hormone released between human mothers and infants. Every dog video uses this to prove dogs really love us, but Nagasawa's data also showed that dogs who were less securely attached to their owners had higher baseline cortisol and showed the same oxytocin spike during greeting. Translation: the hormone that looks like love also spikes during stress relief. Your dog's love might be the chemical signature of anxiety ending. Now ask yourself the question the videos won't. If your dog's greeting is a relief response, a resource check, and an emotional mirror, what happens when you come home angry? What happens when you're inconsistent? What happens when you leave for a week? Those first 10 seconds won't look like joy. They'll look like appeasement, and most owners will still call it love. So does your dog love you? That's not the right question. The right question is, what would your dog's first 10 seconds look like if they had never known hunger, inconsistency, or the fear of being left behind? We don't know, because almost no pet dog on earth has experienced that. Every single greeting you've ever received is filtered through your dog's survival history, including the history you gave them. If love is safety from threat and relief after anxiety and access to resources, is it still love? Or is it just the most beautiful form of dependence we've ever named? If you want to actually understand your dog, instead of just projecting onto them, hit that like button and subscribe to Paw Theory. We don't do the feel-good lies. Comment below. In those first 10 seconds, does your dog's tail ever start to the left? Be honest, your dog's greeting is not a love letter, it's a status report.